Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video. And today we have Adventure Games Discover the Story, The Dungeon. Of course, as you can tell, this is another budget store find. I picked this up for $2.99 at a local budget store. And I got it actually for 50% off because the yellow tag was 50% off that day. So at that price, I had to pick it up. It's a game brought to you by Cosmos. It's for 1 to 4 players, ages 12 and up. Playing time is 3 times 90 minutes. An adventure and 3 chapters. The Dungeon. You wake up in a dank dungeon. It seems impossible to find your way out, especially since none of you can remember what brought you there. Similar to a PC adventure game, players have to explore spaces, combine items, find clues, and talk to people. Step by step, you'll start to grasp the plot and devise a plan to escape. Leave no stone unturned. Exciting to the very end. A board game with the simple rules in 3 chapters for players 12 years and older. Give you a table of contents. Choose wisely. Find your adventure. This was released in 2019 by Thames and Cosmos. For more information, go to thamesandcosmos.com or thamesandcosmos.co.uk. Over here it says Helper app. Download the free bonus app. Audiobook version of the adventure book. There you go, right there. All right, so let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. Oh, we got the rule book to start off as always. We have some other stuff here too. All right, let's see what we got. Adventure Games Discover the Story, the Dungeon Adventure Book. This is a pretty hefty, I gotta tell you, this is a pretty hefty book right here. So I may not be reading much through this because this might tell you the secrets to the whole game. So I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. So let's see what we got here. Room cards. This appears to be the actual story here. So I'm not going to, oh, yep. So it's one of these games where you're doing something and then you have to pick, it tells you to go to number, a number. It tells you all of the things that you have to do. So I'm not going to share this book with you because I do not want to ruin the storyline for you at all for this game. So again, this is the adventure book. So when you're finding different clues and stuff like that, it'll tell you go to like this number here, and you'll read that number out loud to give clues as to what's going on. So I'm not going to read anything from that book, but know that we have it there. And probably will make reference to it in this rule book right here. An adventure for 1 to 4 players, ages 12 and up. It is a cooperative game. You and your team will try to escape from a dungeon. You will experience and be part of a story that plays out in 3 chapters. The gameplay for each chapter lasts approximately 90 minutes. So it's an hour and a half times 3. So that's 4.5 hours it would take. You can save the game at any time or at the end of a chapter. See page 7. In this way, you can pause the game and continue playing during your next game night. You can also play the whole game in one session, of course. Important, so talking about this book over here. Do not look at any of the game materials before starting the game. Do not flip through the adventure book, and do not look at the front of the adventure cards. Wait until the game tells you to do so. Okay, so it tells you all the different things here. Okay. So it's almost like an escape room game where you don't want to see things too much in advance. So it gives you a game setup. It tells you about room cards, setting up the table. Game setup for 2 to 4 players. Okay, solo game setup, general information, cooperative game, scoring, taking notes, hints, game overview. The last person to have watched or read a fantasy novel, movie, or show begins. Each team member goes through the following adventure phases during his or her turn. Move character figure, take 1 action, anytime exchange adventure cards. Then is the next player's turn. Move character figure. Gives you an example of that. Take an action during your turn. Take 1 action. Explore. Combine 2 adventure cards or combine an adventure card with a location. Explore a location number. Rules for cards. Okay, combining cards to make different things. Important, if it is not stated explicitly, keep your adventure cards. If there is no entry for a combination, exchanging cards. Health. 3 health cards, 4 health cards, 6 health cards, depending on how many players of the game you have. When you lose a health point, it goes from red to gray. saving the game, end of the game. The game takes place in 3 chapters. At the end of the 3rd chapter, you will find out how the story ends. Then determine your score. The overview on page 15 of this rulebook will tell you how well you have done. It's better to start the game right away and not take a look at the scoring overview. In this game, the score is not as important as the gaming experience of exploring and influencing the story. The game begins. You have an area that they give you for notes. Adventure card hints. I'm not going to read those. I'm going to show you those. Hints. Location hints. These are hints, 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 hints. Not helping you, not helping you, not helping you. And scoring, I'm not going to show you that either. The authors and who brought you this great game. And all the people, again, from the company. All right, so there's your rule book. Again, there's your Dungeon Adventure book, which I'm not going to show you. And I showed you inside it. Again, it's got numbers. Also, and the cards, when you put things together, I'll tell you, go to, number 718, and then you would read and hear what 718 says, and that would help you to discover, how to get out, this, that, and the other thing. All right. In here, it also provides us with some baggies to put materials in, which is always great to have. You've got some cards here. Not going to go too crazy with them. Again, has different A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, O, P, Q, R. All right. Go through them quickly just to show you some things. So as you can tell, there's numbers on all these cards here. And when you go through it, I'll see if you're going to do this. You go back to this book over here. You look at number 709, and it tells you what happens. Or 309, or 409, 809, 609, 509. Again, it's the cue card here. So we're just going to go through these very quickly. So these, I guess, are the different places where you're going to explore. The artwork's really cool on this. I gotta give them credit for that. It's really, really cool. Very cool artwork. Uh-oh, maybe that's where you start off at, in the dungeon. So you gotta make your pick where you're gonna search. Of course, you're going to go over to here in the book and look it all up. So there you go. So it looks like A is where you begin. So there you go. So these are also your location cards. Kind of tells you where your starting points are, what the different rooms and locations look like. So there you go. That's those cards here. You have some movers, which are your meeples. So you can either be blue, green. Of course, these are wooden. So you can either be blue, yellow, green, or red. So that's up to 4 players. There you go. And they're moving from room to room. We've got a deck of cards here. So you've got different kinds of cards. You got faces on them. The dungeon. Oh, I'm going to tell you where your lives, turn overview. Okay. So I'm going to turn it this way. I don't want to ruin anything. Again, I don't want to ruin anything about this, so I'm just going to, looks like these look like some of the characters possibly you could be. So it looks like 4 characters, 4 character cards. So you got Okoto, the strong, Cassandra, the attentive. You've got Arif, the knowledgeable, and you got Haruka, the skilled. So those are one of the 4 characters. Obviously the meeple. They're red, green, yellow, and blue. So obviously there's blue, yellow, red, and green. Those are the main characters you can be. That's your rule book. I'll put that there. There's your characters. Of course, like we said before, you get your health tokens for your characters. Red are your good health. Get wounded, whoop, your health goes away. So that's cool. I like that. It says turn overview. Okay, turn overview. At the beginning of your turn, you may move to a location of your choice. Then choose one of the following actions. Explore a location number or combine adventure card with another adventure card. 12 with adventure card, 17 gets 12, 17. Then read the corresponding entry in the adventure book. Again, that's the adventure book back there. You can combine an adventure card with the location number. So 12 with the location number 563 is 12563. Then read aloud the corresponding entry in the adventure book. During your turn, you may also share adventure cards with the other players. So there you go. So you got a couple of cards. You got 4 of those. 2. No, got just 2 of those. All right, and then you have these cards here. So I'm just going to flip out the first one. I'm not going to go through much of this. It says escape. You want nothing more than to escape this dark dungeon. Find the exit. Be on your guard, though. Who knows what else is hidden within these walls. So obviously that's your starting. We already saw that. So here's A. So there's your starting point in the game right there. So you see the card right there. Okay, A2. Okay, where is Berengar? Something's not right here. Where are all the guards? However, this is the perfect chance to look for Berengar without being disturbed. Find Berengar. Okay. I'm not going to go into any more of this because, again, I do not want to ruin the game for anyone. All right, so that's pretty cool. All right, so you know what your starting point is. Got some other cards here, and then we have more cards for the adventure, again, which I am not going to spoil for you because I don't want to spoil it with you. But again, you have another set deck. You have 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. 251. Again, I don't want to ruin any of the cards, but you can see those icons on all the cards. You can see that they change as you go along. So remember, there's 3 parts to this, so this might be part 2 or whatever. It might indicate the cards are from what section of the game that you're in. So that ends here somewhere. These maybe it tells you potions or some supplies that you can get or something. Okay. Again, I don't know because I've never played the game yet. This looks very interesting, actually. All right, and back here, it's selling you something else. Let's play again. You've been assigned to break into the research facility of the Secret of Monochrome Inc. Inside, you will find a thriller in 3 chapters. Can you solve the mystery behind the company and complete your mission? 1 to 4 pages, ages 16 and up. Okay, there you go. So this is Monochrome Inc. Monochrome Inc. Okay, cool. So there you go. So in this deck, you have from numbers 39 through 92. From here, you have A1, A2, A3. Oh, okay. Then you have E2, E3, E4, 5, 10. And then you got that. And so basically you have the numbers 10 through 38, and then up to 90. 90, what did we say? 93, I think we said 93. No, 92, sorry, not 93. So there you go. So that's everything. This looks like it could be a very, very interesting game. Really like the contents of it. I like the artwork on them. I like everything about it. So definitely going to give this one a try with my kids. So there you go. That concludes this unboxing of Adventure Games Discover the Story. And this time it's The Dungeon, brought to you by Cosmos. Of course, it was another budget store find. Got it for $2.99 at 50% off because the yellow is always 50% off. So as always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it, you can always leave a comment below or hit the like button. Of course, you can always hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release any new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day. I'll catch you on the next unboxing video.